Hi, my name is Bella, and this is my video for HDFS 238 for assignment number 3. This is actually my first submission because I'm breaking up the assignment into two parts. So in this one, I'll be talking about the interview, and then in the second video, I'll be talking about my financial index card and just in referencing the text. So I'll start off by talking about the person that I interviewed, and I actually was able to interview my uncle, John Emmons, who works at Multibank Securities, and he is a senior vice president for that company. And what they do over there is that they sell bonds to institutions such as insurance companies, banks, credit unions, and things along those lines, but they do not sell them to individual people. So basically, the overall personal finance focus for this job or for his job and his career is bonds and selling bonds. As far as his educational background goes, he graduated from Yale University with his bachelor's degree, and he actually majored in political science. As far as credentials go, he does not have any actually, because he played hockey for 7 years after he graduated from college in the NHL. So, but right after he was done playing hockey, he sent his resume to Multibank Securities and has been working for them ever since then. But obviously has moved up in the company since the beginning of this particular career. So I went on to ask him what he thinks are the three biggest finance mistakes that he sees young people make in his profession. And he told me, one, they don't save enough. Two, they put too much money on their debit or their credit cards, excuse me. And three, they make bad investments that you could potentially lose money in. And I wasn't necessarily shocked to hear all of these mistakes just because we've kind of hit on them in class throughout the semester. So I thought that was really eye-opening to hear it actually coming from someone in in the professional finance field. It's one thing to hear it in an academic setting, versus versus to hear it from an actual person that's in that field. So like I said, it was kind of eye-opening, but not surprising at the same time. And then I also asked him what are his three takeaway messages in the area of personal finance that he would give to current college students. And he said, one, don't run up your credit card debt. Two, save as much money as you can, whether it be for a house, life insurance, health insurance, retirement plans, etc. Three, don't lose any money. If you don't, you'll be in good shape, and if you don't ever lose any money. And I feel like this concept sometimes goes right over people's heads just because it's such a simple concept. But I definitely think it's just as important as all the other ones. As far as reflection of my experience goes, I would definitely say that this experience was eye-opening just as the whole class has been this far. Also, I think further expressed the essential importance in everything that we've learned. And like I said before, it's one thing to hear it from an academic standpoint versus someone who's in an actual field or in the actual field, to hear it from their standpoint. So to hear it from the two point of views, that was really interesting. And then I know that I'll use this information in the future. The information that was shared by the professional will benefit me in the long run, in my opinion. I just think that it will keep me from making what may seem like small but consequential mistakes in the future. And I also think that the information I received during the interview has definitely made me think not only about how I'll tackle my future financial decisions, but how I look at my past financial decisions, what could I have done better, what did I do wrong, etc. So I definitely think that the information I've gained through this experience and through this assignment will undoubtedly impact my future financial decisions and ultimately affect the financial path that I choose to follow. So overall, that's how I feel about the first part of the assignment, and I will talk to you in the second portion of my submission. All right, thanks.